Hello everyone, welcome back to another weather forecasting video. We have a lot to unpack in this weather forecasting video as new information is coming out about the storm system. The Storm Prediction Center has new outlooks for this storm system, and the track of this and the stuff about this storm system in general is starting to look a little bit more concerning, but let's go ahead and dive into this, and we'll unpack this, and let's get straight into it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the 500 millibar maps as we always do. This is the mid-level jet. The wind's 18,000 feet above your head. Excuse me. So again, we have our storm system starting to move in on Tuesday on the 27th. It goes into the western United States. This is where the low pressure is going to be centered. And then this low pressure starts to go over the Rocky Mountains, getting more of that energy and the more of the wind shear. Because as it progresses through the Rocky Mountains, it starts to eject over the central CONUS over the United States. Right here, as it ejects over into the Central Plains, into the upper Central Plains, I might add, it starts to become negatively tilted. And at least it looks like it's going to become negatively tilted. Right here, low pressure system. I don't know. It looks negatively tilted to me. Negative tilted trough, which is never really good. Whenever you have negative tilted troughs, that is more primed and more of a dynamic storm system in terms of severe weather or winter weather on the backside of this storm system. As we take a look at the winds, around 115 to 107 knots, which is extremely strong winds up aloft, 18,000 feet above your head. Very, very strong jet over just basically central, almost the whole state of Indiana, southern Illinois, and we have a little bit over in central Kentucky, over in the Pennywell region. But basically anywhere surrounding this jet right here, like anywhere around here, would probably be the prime area of some severe thunderstorm development. Speaking about that, we'll get into that. The Storm Prediction Center does has new outlooks, but stay around for that. I'll give you guys that in just a few minutes. Let's go and take a look at the 850 millibar height, which is the wind shear. I don't really like to look at this far out, but I'm just curious. And of course, a broad area of significant wind shear, probably with almost around 45 to 50 knots, just over in the red in general. But it looks like it's going to be centered more down over in Memphis, Tennessee, Tupelo, Mississippi, all through down there. That looks like it's going to be the biggest area of some wind shear. But then look at this. It starts to really intensify over in central Indiana and over in eastern and southern portions of Illinois. And we could also count in portions of western Kentucky and the Pennywell region of Kentucky near Evansville. Pretty good wind shear over there with around 67 to almost 70 knots of wind shear down in the 850 millibar level, which is winds almost around 3 miles above your head, which is very, very significant. That's almost topping the charts in terms of wind shear and just the 850 millibar winds in general, which is very, very concerning in terms of looking at wind shear. Let's go ahead and take a look at the 300 millibar height. This is the upper air. And again, this trough is still pretty potent at the 300 millibar level. This is winds around 30,000 feet above your head. Again, very, very strong winds, almost around 125 to 130 knots, which is insane. So very, very strong winds up aloft right now with the 300 millibar level. So this is something to really watch out for. This storm system really does mean business. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our dew points, which is primarily conducive for just general thunderstorm development. Dew points around 55 and above can produce thunderstorms, but you have to get around 60 to 61 dew points to even get severe or strong thunderstorms. Let's go and take a look at the dew points to see if we are going to get those nice, rich 60 dew points across the CONUS. So on Tuesday, later into the morning of Tuesday, 60 dew points around basically almost around the eastern and central half of Texas, all throughout southern portions of Arkansas, pushing over into Little Rock. And then we also have some dew points going into the eastern portions of Oklahoma, and we also have basically the whole state of Louisiana and southwestern portions of Mississippi, encompassed in around 60 dew points. Pretty good dew points, I might add. But then look at this. As we get into around 7 p.m. on 7 p.m. on Tuesday, I don't like how the models do that. Pretty good dew points encompassing still a good chunk of Texas, eastern Oklahoma, basically almost half the state of Arkansas, basically all of Louisiana, and going into even more portions of southern Mississippi and also in a little bit portions of eastern Alabama. So, western Alabama. And then as we get into Wednesday looks like the day that could really be kicking now, going on to most recent model guidance. Again, Tuesday, we're not downgrading the threat on Tuesday. Tuesday still definitely has the potential for severe weather. This event really looks like we could have a multi-day severe weather risk, albeit I don't know which days. We really don't know which days are going to be more conductive. We'll have more information on that. Don't worry, we'll be uploading a video on Saturday or Sunday, definitely. But look at this. On Wednesday in the morning, dew points are really starting to screech over into the Ohio Valley, which is concerning because I live in the Ohio Valley. I don't really want that. But around 61 dew points over in the Boot Heel of Missouri, starting to push into southern Illinois. 57 dew points over in western Kentucky. Basically, almost the whole state of Arkansas is encompassed in around 62 dew points. As we progress it into the later half of the afternoon, around 12 p.m., 60 dew points across western Kentucky, southern Indiana, southern Illinois, and still a little bit the Boot Heel of Missouri. And this looks like a little bit of a cold front moving through, moving eastward. So storm development will be riding along this cold front. Again, we are 7 days out from this, so it's still something to monitor. But it looks like a cold front easily could set up with this storm system set up and be the primary factor in terms of storm development. So yeah, we'll be watching this, but yeah, very, very, very good signal for some adequate dew points with this setup. All right, let's go and take a look at the warm sector. Warm sector is extremely important in terms of severe weather setups. So with the weather and going on right now, there's been a good amount of ridging going on, and this is going to influence this severe weather event. So, in terms of the temperatures, 67 around in central Texas and over in Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri. You guys are going to be experiencing, I mean, look at that, 71, 76, almost 81 temperatures over in portions of Arkansas, Texas, Missouri, Oklahoma. You guys are going to be getting some very warm temperatures. Over in western Kentucky, around 68 temperatures. Over in Memphis, Tennessee, 67, 74 down in Tupelo. So pretty warm temperatures overall. Not the warmest I've ever seen in terms of an open warm sector, but still, I mean, it's pretty warm. And obviously, this is conducive for severe thunderstorm development. But yeah, we'll be having to watch this. I mean, we'll be having to watch this. But overall, pretty good warm sector in terms of storms. And last but not least, let's go ahead and take a look at the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for the storm system. This is very, very new. They just issued this in the last 30 minutes. A Day 6 outlook. And you might be thinking, oh, crap, Day 6. Yeah, interesting, huh? So, this encompasses portions of eastern Oklahoma, northern portions of Arkansas, basically the whole central portion of Missouri, and also central and northern portions of Illinois. So yeah, it's a pretty big risk going on for the Day 6. They don't normally do this in terms of the Day 6 outlook. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. And you might be thinking, well, is that it? No, we're not it. That's just the Day 6 outlook. If we go and take a look at the Day 7 outlook, yeah, an even bigger Day 7 outlook. This is for Wednesday of next week. Day 6 is for Tuesday. So, yeah, and this encompasses portions of basically almost the whole state of Kentucky, western, central Kentucky, basically the whole southern Indiana, southern Illinois, eastern Missouri, good chunk of Arkansas, northern and central Mississippi, and northern and central Alabama, and western portions of Georgia, basically the whole state of Nashville, and also holy crap, southern portions of Ohio. I know Ohio never gets weather, bad weather. So yeah, this is a very big risk, albeit obviously I could see why they're doing this massive of a risk is because there's still a lot of uncertainty. But if I were to really hone in on the in terms of the risk level of this risk, that made no sense. In terms of the severe weather risk of here, I would basically draw this line. I think this would probably be the main area. In my dutiful opinion, my area, I think this would be the main area of some more chances of some better severe weather. So, yeah. Day 7 outlook and day 6 outlook from the Storm Prediction Center. So yeah, pretty interesting stuff going on. Stay weatherware. I'll be keeping you guys updated. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this weather forecast, stay tuned. I'll be keeping you guys updated for the latest information. I'll see you guys in the next weather forecasting video.